Hey guys, do you feel like everyone else knows what to say on YouTube except for you? You struggle to find topics to talk about? Well, we're both learning the same thing. I'm in the same boat as you, and I think I've discovered a few things that might help the both of us. Recently, I've posted a poll in my community section asking people what they struggled the most with as a new YouTuber. 54% said they're struggling with knowing what to talk about. Hence the reason why I'm doing this video today, because I share the same problem. I had a feeling that was going to be the winner of the poll. But before we dive in, please consider subscribing to the channel, hit the like button. I am almost up to 400 subscribers, and I'm trying to reach that by the end of the month. All right, guys, let's dive in. So 1, start with what you know, or what you think you know. So when I started to talk about subjects such as growing on YouTube, because I've been on YouTube for a while and I've grown a channel, I've monetized the channel. So I wanted to kind of share my knowledge on that. Even though I'm not an expert, I wanted to show you what I knew. I also wanted to talk about midlife struggles, midlife changes, midlife transformation, because I personally am going through changes. So I remember since I hit 40 years old, I changed my career, I started to follow my passion for music, and now I'm looking to express my creativity on YouTube. So I wanted to talk about that. So I was listing things down. Everything that applied to that. Fear of cameras. What stopped me from starting the YouTube channel? What am I afraid of? Why did I do this? You know, name it. How to start a channel, how to monetize, how to use a microphone. So every little thing that I learned along the way, I said, I can talk about that. So I made lists and lists. And that's how I started. So I started to my videos. If you go back and watch my videos, you can see that that's what they are. Now, this is me experimenting. I'm trying to find what I'm most passionate of and what connects with you at the same time. For example, I'm starting to feel that I'm really passionate about helping people to gain confidence and help them through their transition, whether it's on or off YouTube. I'm pretty passionate about helping to gain confidence in speaking and getting better at communicating, because this is things that I still struggle with. So as I'm learning, I want to teach it at the same time. I guess it's helping me to learn it, and I'm happy. It gives me joy to teach it. If I can help someone, then I like it. Now, I don't want to go too much off topic, but so at the beginning, I'm kind of experimenting with all kinds of different topics. I'm not too worried about being consistent and talking about the same thing to niche down. I'm experimenting. Now, take a notepad and write down every little thing that you really enjoy, whether it's eating, cooking, fishing, camping, helping your kids doing things. You build stuff in your house. You fix cars. You love to take walks. You bring your dog for a walk. Whatever it is, write it down. Also, write down the things you used to do that you don't do anymore. The things that you used to love. Did you like to play music? Did you sing before? Did you draw? You know, there's a lot of things we did as kids that we don't do anymore. So it might surprise you that you might rediscover something that you used to like, and maybe it's still in your heart and you still want to try it. You still want to maybe dive into it and explore it. Now, if you want to pause this video, do this list, go right ahead, and then you can continue on.
How long till they cut the power?
3 more minutes, and we can cut the wire.
All right, if you paused the video and made your list, A+ for you. Now think about it. Look at your list. and really think about those topics, and you can probably find subjects to talk about. Start with that. This is an option. This is an option where you could start to explore things to talk about. Everybody is interested in what you have to talk about. So you start that way, and then whatever resonates the most with people and what you find that you have the most to talk about and you like to talk about, then maybe focus more on that. All right, 2, what excites you, even if you're not an expert? Something that I'm learning is that you don't have to be an expert in whatever you talk about. Turns out that sharing your journey can just be as valuable. All right, there are plenty of YouTubers right now sharing their day-to-day life experiences, and they are bringing along a huge audience, or they're bringing along people that enjoy watching them, okay? They're learning things as they go, and then they share their knowledge. So that's what I'm doing. I've only started, it's been 2.5 months, and whatever I'm learning, I try to share it with you to help you, because it makes me happy, and to bring you along for the journey. So right now, I'm trying to learn the best ways to find great topics to make videos on. And this is what this video is about. Even though I don't have all the answers, I have some answers, some solutions, some tips that maybe you will learn from. And if you have something that you want to share, please leave it in the comments. Let me know. I want to learn from you too. So what's something that's really exciting you right now, that you really want to learn, you want to improve on? Document that process. That makes great content. People are going to want to follow you and learn with you at the same time. 3, look for inspiration everywhere. Listen to other YouTubers, new YouTubers, established YouTubers, it doesn't matter. Listen to what they're saying, and if it inspires you, make your own version of that video with your twist. Don't copy them, but make your twist of that video. How would you explain it? How would you teach it? So you've learned something from a YouTuber, put it in practice. If it works for you, that's amazing. It helped you grow, share that to the world. Put in your own spice and make a video. A couple of other tools that you can use to get inspiration is, I'm not sure if you're aware, but in Studio, I was going to say Studio One, but it's not an audio software. In YouTube Studio, there's a section on the dashboard, not the dashboard, sorry, the analytics. It's called Inspiration, okay? Go to this Inspiration tool and you can do some research. You can find out what people are searching for, what's trending, and that might inspire you. Because ultimately, if you make videos that people are looking for, that's going to drive your views and your subscriptions up. Also, another tool is ChatGPT. ChatGPT is a very good tool to do a lot of research like that. You can ask it to give you some topics on a specific subject. It can trigger some ideas. So those are great tools to use to get inspiration from. 4, which is one of my favorite ones, is you, the audience, your comments. When people comment on your videos, pay very close attention to what they're saying. This is how this video was inspired, and it comes from comments and voting on one of my polls. And that's what I said, oh, okay, so I'm not the only one. A lot of people are kind of struggling with this subject. Okay, so the audience is really important to listen to your listeners. Listen to you. So I want to listen to you. I want to know what you want me to talk about. If you have any suggestions and you have specific problems that you would like me to talk about, by all means, leave it in the comments. I'd be happy to make a video on that subject. And so the audience is one of my favorite ones because ultimately your channel grows because of the people that watches your channel. So you want to make sure that you answer their questions, help them solve their problems. So this is a great way for topics for your next videos. And 5, you can just try things and see what sticks. Don't overthink it, just press record and talk. Just be yourself, and you'll probably be surprised on how many people connect with that. For example, my video called Hope Crew has inspired us to be fearless. I was just inspired and I just pressed record. I was in my vehicle and I just spoke from the heart, and I didn't even know what I was going to talk about. I just wanted to press record and start talking. And as some of you know, this is not one of my strengths. I'm getting way better now, way more confident, and that's another thing I want to help people with is communication. And that's my video that has the most views. So that one stuck. So you try it, just go out there and try it and see what the audience likes. So don't overthink it, just press record and go for it. Talk about anything, at least practice that, and you might discover new topics at the same time. And 6, tap into your own stories. We all have stories that we can share, and people love stories, authentic stories. For instance, 9 years ago, at 40 years old, I decided to leave my long-time construction career to become a full-time musician. Now I'm adding YouTube as another creative outlet. And so many things also happened in my life since then. I became a grandparent 5 times. We've traveled lots. I even went through a depression and so many things. All these stories are great topics and material to share with the world and share what you learned. So do you have a transformation to share? You probably do. We all have many things we can talk about when we starve ourselves to talk about them, right? We oftentimes, I know that I do that, I oftentimes think that, oh, people aren't going to be interested in that. But hey, maybe there's one person who's going to be interested in what you're saying, right? Maybe there's 2, maybe there's 100, maybe there's 1,000, maybe there's 100,000, maybe there's 1,000,000. You don't know until you try. 7, keep a running list of ideas. Have a notebook, write all your ideas down. Even if you think they're dumb, not interesting, just write them down. You can refer back to that and look at them and get inspired for a new title. They might trigger another idea, or you might decide that, oh, this is the right time for this idea, okay? There's no dumb ideas. As a songwriter, we blur out the most idiotic things sometimes. That doesn't make sense, but it can sometimes lead to something else. Also, old ideas, my old songwriting ideas that in my old book, I've created new songs. There's a song on my album, my latest album, I think it comes from an idea from 5 years ago. So you never know. So just write these down, just write the ideas, and they can become a video. You never know. So what I've learned so far, guys, is I struggle with this problem as well every day, but it's part of the fun. So let yourself have fun with it. Try different things, like I said, experiment. Don't be afraid of testing out new waters. Don't be afraid of testing out new subjects and new topics. See what people connects with the most. I like to watch a lot of documentaries on businesses and companies and brand names and artists and movies, how it started. I like a lot of the history stuff. And for example, Wrigley's Spearmint Gum started as a soap and baking powder company. So door to door, they were selling the soap and the baking powder, but they were giving gum away as an enticement to the customers. Eventually, the customers didn't care about the product, they just wanted the gum. So they listened to the customers, they listened to the audience, and they became a gum company worth millions and millions of dollars. Nintendo, one of the biggest video game company in the world, started out by making playing cards. Lamborghini made small tractors until Ferruccio Lamborghini decided he wanted to make a car that he loved. So again, guys, exploring what you love is the key to finding your voice, and I'm right there along with you. And you got this, and I got you. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Hope it helped. Please consider subscribing, like the video, and I will see you in the next video. If you're looking for more inspiration, you can check out my video on rediscovering life purpose. It's about embracing life changes. It might just spark your next video idea. Cheers, love you guys.